Hello, this Family English Language Improvement Center from Mr. Kabada. How is everything? I hope everything is going well. This time I'm going to present or I'm going to share my experience regarding basic writing skill. Before I proceed to presenting the lesson, this is my address. If you want to learn an online learning, take this address, please. This is my email, and also don't forget to do this and subscribe it, please. And the title that I'm going to present is basic writing skills. That's called sophomore English. So sentence clarity. Now sentence clarity, a sentence which loses its meaning because of some errors. So that's called sentence clarity. አንድ አረፍተ ነገር ትርጉሙን ሊያጣ የሚችልባቸው ምክንያቶች አሉ። እነዛን ምክንያቶች ነው የምናየው። አሁን ሰንተንስ ኤረርስ እንላለን። አረፍተ ነገርን ስህተት ከሚፈጥሩ ነገሮች ውስጥ የተወሰኑትን እያየን እንሄዳለን። The first one, dangling modifier, misplaced modifier, run on, comma, splice, fragments, faulty preterism, pronoun, antecedent እና subject-verb agreement problem አንድን አረፍተ ነገር የተጣረሰ የሚያደርጉ ወይም ትርጉም እንዲያይኖረው የሚያደርጉ ጉዳዮች ናቸው። እነዚህን ሰመራይዝ የሆኑ ኤክሰርሳይሶችን በመስጠት and ማብራሪያ በመስጠት ለማየት እንሞክራለን። አሁን በጣም ጥሩ። The first part actually look the question please. Look the question please. The questions are actually, the summary questions are what I'm telling you about some types of sentence errors. First, you identify the type of sentence error. Identify the type of sentence error. And then correct the sentence error, please. Correct the sentence error to give meaningful sentences or meaningful ideas. Look, the first question, as he arrives here on time. What is here? What is the sentence? The intent of the sentence. As he arrives here on time, is he dependent or independent? Because there is a conjunction here, subordinate conjunction as, which is adverb clause of time. A sentence which has such kind of words comes at the beginning of the sentence, that clause is dependent. So it needs another main clause here. As he arrives here on time, so this is called, or the type of sentence error here is a fragment because it doesn't convey complete meaning, all right? የዚህ አረፍተ ነገር ስህተቱ ሙሉ ትርጉም አይሰጥም። የተንጠለጠለ ሐሳብ ነው ያለው። ፍራግመንት ነው። ፍራግመንት ማለት ደግሞ ሐሳቡ ወይም አረፍተ ነገሩ የተሟላ ሐሳብ ሳይሰጥ ሲቀር ፍራግመንት እንለዋለን ነው። ይሄን ኮምፕሊት ለማድረግ መነሻውን ይሄን ሐሳብ ይዘን ኮምፕሊት ማድረግ እንችላለን። ለምሳሌ ከሬክት አድርጉ ይላችኋል እዚህ ላይ as he arrives here on time I will drive him to home. 1. I will go with him. 2. As he arrives here on time we will visit with his parents. When as he arrives here on time I will invite him lunch. I will invite him lunch. These are the possible main clause which possibly completes this dependent clause, please. ስለዚህ ከዚህ ሐሳብ ጋር ሊይዝ የሚችል ሐሳብን በመፍጠር ኮምባይን እናደርጋለን ማለት ነው። Who left the town ይላችኋል። Who left the town dependent clause ነው። What kind of dependent? Relative clause ነው ወይም adjective clause ነው። ስለዚህ ይሄ በራሱ ትርጉም አይሰጠንም ማለት ነው። Who left the town? So it needs another main clause here. The man, look here, the man who left the town is my neighbor. So the man is my neighbor, main clause ነው, independent clause ነው። ይሄ ሐሳብ ከዚህ main clause ጋር ተጠግቶ እንዲሄድ አደረግን ማለት ነው። The man, look here, the man who left the town. Who left the town, ይሄ relative clause, the man የሚለውን noun phrase ወይም subject modify ያደርጋል, identify, state ያደርገዋል። relative clause adjective clause ናቸው። subjectን identify defining ነው define ማድረግ ነው subjectን። ስለዚህ the man who lives the town the man የሚለውን ገለጸው። the man who lives the town is my neighbor, or the girl who lives the town is my sister, or the boy who lives the town is my friend. Yeah, the students or the boys who live the town are brothers. We have different ways of making this fragment into complete sentence. This is question number 3. Look here. During the game, during the game ማለት ይሄ noun phrase ነው። subject plus verb ይፈልጋል። incomplete thought ነው፣ fragment ነው ማለት ነው። during the game ለምሳሌ the player was out of breath during the game. The player was out of breath during the game. ደክሞታል ተጫዋቹ ጨዋታ ውስጥ እያለ ደክሞት ነበር። during the game ማለት ጨዋታ ውስጥ እያለ የሚለውን ነገር ነው ኮምፕሊት የሚያደርግላችሁ። ስለዚህ the players phoned me, or the player or the athlete or the cricket player phoned to me during the game, right? ተጫዋቹ ጨዋታ ላይ እያለ ደውሎልኝ ነበር፣ ደክሞት ነበር፣ ይህን ሆኖ ነበር ብለን ኮምፕሊት ማድረግ እንችላለን። so during the game ብዬም እንደዚህ ላደርገው during the game he just during the game he fought with the other person. yes ልንል እንችላለን ግን meaningful ላይሆን ይችላል actually። ስለዚህ subject plus verb structure complete ማድረግ አለብን። number 4 he behaves አላችሁ። subject verb አለ ምን ይፈልጋል እዚህ ጋር dependent clause ይፈልጋል። yes he behaves minimum sentence structure ነው subject plus verb meaningful ነው of course ግን it doesn't give complete meaning because ሌሎች ጥያቄዎች ቢነሱ ሊመልስ አይችልም። ይሄ he behaves as if he were a doctor. He behaves as if she knew the answer. He behaves as if he were a journalist. As if he were a journalist, dependent clause ነው። he behaves main clause ነው። ልክ dependent clause create እናደርግለት ሜኑ ሐሳቡ ኮምፕሊት ሆነ ማለት ነው። behaves ማለት acts ማለት ነው right acts ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ይሄ subject plus verb complete አይደለም it's a kind of fragment. celebrates the holiday look here celebrate verb ነው the holiday object ነው what remains here ባለቤት የለውም subject የለውም። ስለዚህ subject insert እናደርጋለን። she celebrates the holiday once in a year. he celebrates the holiday every weekends, or the girl celebrates the holiday every month. Have you seen it? Yeah, there is no subject here. I can insert different subjects depending on the verb, then I can make the statement complete. ስለዚህ complete አደረግነው ማለት ነው። number 6 she sings. true please subject verb meaningful ነው ግን it doesn't give complete meaning. incomplete thought ነው. where does she sing? why does she sing? what does she do? እነዚህን extra questions ሊመልስ አይችልም። she sings a song in the hotel. yes she sings a song in the hotel. she sings a song during what? during the exhibition. she sings a song in Ras theater. yes ይሄን ሐሳብ ድርጊቱ የሚከናወንበትን ቦታ ምን እንደምታደርግ መቼ እንደ ኮምፕሊት እንደምታደርገው ኮምፕሊት መደረግ አለበት ነው። ስለዚህ these example phrases are called fragments. totally we have seen the different structure of sentences and also they do not give complete sense. they are called fragments እንለዋለን። so you can just correct fragments according to the opening verbs, the opening phrases, the opening sentences. that's next question please. yeah I always take physical exercise. it helps me to stay healthy. I know just there is a comma between. I think the first these two sentences are main clauses. one is not dependent on the other, both stand themselves. yeah what kind of sentence here? comma splice. yeah because as I told you first, these sentences are main clause. it doesn't need any comma between them because one is not dependent on the other and the other doesn't depend on the other. so there is no need. comma splice by itself means is sentence here which we use comma in wrong way. all right comma splice ማለት አንድ ሰንተንስ ኢረር የሚፈጥር ነገር ነው ኮማን ያለ ቦታው መጠቀም ማለት ነው ኮማ ስፕላይስ ማለት ነው ወይም wrong use of comma ማለት ነው ምክንያቱም አረፍተ ነገሩ እዚህ ጋር ሜን ክሎዝ ነው ኮማ አይፈልገኝም ማለት ነው ኦልራይት ስለዚህ ኮማ ስፕላይስ ይመልሳለሁ ከዛ እንዴት ላስተካክለው አራት መንገዶች አሉኝ እናገራለሁ አንደኛው መንገድ እዚህ ላይ ፉል ስቶፕ ማድረግና ይሄን ካፒታል በማድረግ ሁለተኛው መንገድ comma with a kind of or one of the coordinating conjunction that's or yet but so for እነዚህ መጠቀም ሶስተኛው semicolon በመጠቀም አራተኛው subordinating conjunctions በመጠቀም አራቱን መንገድ በመጠቀም comma splice እና run onን በተመሳሳይ መንገድ እናስተካክላቸዋለን like this I always take physical exercise because look here because it helps me to stay healthy comma ያስፈልገኝም I always take physical exercises because it helps me to stay healthy ልክ ነው ይሄን ተጠቅማለሁ ሁለተኛው I always take physical exercise comma for it helps me to stay healthy ሶስተኛው I always take physical exercise semicolon it helps me to stay healthy አራተኛው I always take physical exercise full stop it helps me to stay healthy you might use one of the four ways and try to correct the comma splice errors please yeah number 8 that was her fault she promised him not to repeat again this is the same sentence error which is comma splice that was her fault so she promised him not to repeat again enough but or that was her fault full stop she promised him not to repeat again or that was her fault as a result she promised or so she promised him not to repeat again you might use one of the ways of correcting first the problem is or the type of sentence error as I told you before is comma splice please another question she has an odd behavior comma no one will approach to her yes she has an odd behavior main clause no one will approach to her another main clause no need to put a comma between the two clauses here so you might correct one of the ways of correcting the comma splice here she has an odd behavior semicolon no one will approach to her or ሌሎችን መጠቀም ችላላችሁ he drives very fast comma a lot to go with him no comma is needed here so comma splice he drives very fast comma but a lot to go with him ይቻላል comma plus coordinating conjunction ካልሆነ he drives very fast however a lot to go with him subordinating conjunction መጠቀም እንችላለን he drives very fast semicolon a lot to go with him you can just use all the four ways or one of the four ways please there's also another question here what kind of sentence error does a sentence face those earrings are unusual they are made of bears look here take care of the sentence please to identify the correct sentence error types you have to read the sentence critically those earrings are unusual yes one sentence one idea which is different from the second one so we do have two different sentences here but if it is written just like this it has one sentence but it doesn't give complete sense yeah እንደዚህ ካነበበው ነው አንድ አረፍተ ነገር ነው ትርጉም ሊሰጥ የማይችል እንደ ቅድም ካነበበው ደግሞ የሆነ ነገር ይፈልጋል ማለት ነው ስለዚህ ምን ማለት ነው ይሄ ማለት this is an example of run-on sentence what does run-on sentence means look here as a kind of sentence error but a run-on sentence happens when the two pairs of sentence or main clauses cannot be separated with any kind of punctuation mark that kind of sentence error is run-on sentence ሁለት ራሳቸውን የቻሉ አረፍተ ነገሮች ምንም አይነት punctuation mark ሳይጠቀሙ ዝም ብለው ስንጽፋቸው ስንገልጻቸው run-on sentence ችግር አለባቸው ብለን እናገራለን የrun-on sentence ያ ማለት ምንድነው አንድ አረፍተ ነገር ሆኖ ማለት ይሄ ደግሞ ሊሆን አይችልም አይደለ ስለዚህ ማስተካከያ መንገዳችን ደግሞ ቅድም ኮማ ስፕላይስን ባስተካከልበት አራት መንገዶች ማስተካከል እንችላለን let me show you please those earrings are unusual comma and they are made of beads and because the second is the addition for the first one and look here those earrings are unusual full stop t must be capitalized those earrings are unusual semicolon they are made of beads those earrings are unusual moreover they are made of You can just use this one, please. Today is Terry's birthday. We are having a party. Look, we do have two sentences here. We have two sentences here. Today is Terry's birthday. We are having a party here. Yeah. እዚህ ጋር ምንም የተከፈለ የተለየ ነገር የለም። አንድ አረፍተ ነገር ይመስላል። ስለዚህ የረንግ ነው። አንዳንድ ጊዜ ሳናውቀው እኮ እንደዚህ አይነት ጽሁፎችን እንጽፋለን ራይቲንግ ላይ ያ ስለዚህ ሰንተንስ ኤረሩ መለየት ነው። ረን ኦን ሰንተንስ ነው። ምንም አይነት ፐንክቹዌሽን የለም። ስለዚህ ፐንክቹዌሽን መክተትና ማስተካከል ነው። Today's Teddy's birthday. So, comma kanwa. So, we are having a party. Or semicolon, we are having a party. Or full stop plus capital W, we are having a party. This is the way. So, the two example questions are run on sentence. Take care of the difference between commas placed at the previous with that of run on sentence. ልዩነት አላቸው. Another question here. This is a kind of question, please. Yeah. They gave a cat to my sister named Fluffy. Yeah. They gave a cat to my sister named Fluffy. What is this here? ምን ማለት ነው ይሄ ማለት አሁን እዚህ ጋር ምንድን just you know what kind of sentence here? Maybe there is a modifier but they can be placed in the wrong place. So the sentence error is misplaced modifier. ልክ ነው። እንደዚህ ይሄን አረፍተ ነገር በደንብ ብታዩት ትርጉም ሊሰጠን አይችልም። ምክንያቱም ሞዲፋየሩ መግለጽ የሚገባው ነገር ሞዲፋይ አላደረገም። ምንድነው ሞዲፋይ ማለት? Maybe modifiers are words, modifiers are phrases, modifiers are clauses. Noun clause, adjective clause, adverbial clause, prepositional phrase, noun phrase, and relative clause እንላለን። እነዚህ መግለጽ የሚገባቸውን ወይ ሞዲፋይ ማድረግ የሚገባቸውን ሞዲፋይ ሳያደርጉ ሌላ ቦታ ሲቀመጡ modifiers, misplaced modifier. So, modifiers are words, clauses, and phrases, and they modify the subject, and they modify the noun, and they modify the noun phrase. They are modifiers. To say something about the speaker, the subject, modifiers actually. They are verbs, now they are nouns, noun phrases, and clauses, any kind of clause, yeah. If we say misplaced, modifiers which can be situated in a wrong place, በቃ እሱ ነው wrong ቦታ ከመግለጽ የሚገባቸው ነገር ትተው ሌላ ቦታ ላይ ሲቀመጡ misplaced modifier እንለዋለን። ይሄን ይዩት እስኪ ለምሳሌ they gave a cat, look here, they gave a cat named, look no, they gave a cat named Fluffy to my sister. እደግመዋለሁ. They gave a cat named Fluffy to my sister. ሞዲፋየሩ ማን ነው? named Fluffy. ይሄ ነው ሞዲፋየሩ መግለጽ ያለበት they gave a cat የሚለውን phrase መግለጽ አለበት. to my sister prepositional phrase ነው. All right? So they gave a cat named my sister is called a modifier. What kind of modifier? Noun phrase modifier. It modifies about a cat. What kind of cat? Named Fluffy. Exactly true. So you can write on this way. So this question is misplaced modifier. Yeah. 14. The student was punished by the teacher who cheated on the test. Or look here. The student. It requires modifying. But what is the modifier here? Was punished here. Who cheated? ቅድም ብያለሁ ክሎዞች ሞዲፋየር ናቸው። ለምሳሌ ይሄ who cheated on the test adjective clause ነው፣ relative clause ነው። ሞዲፋይ የሚያደርገው subject ነው። the student የሚለው noun phrase ነው ሞዲፋይ የሚያደርገው። ስለዚህ የተቀመጠበት ቦታ ልክ አይደለም። the student who cheated on the test was punished by the teacher. Exactly. The student who cheated on the test. This is a modifier and it wants to modify the student here. Was punished by the teacher. ብዬ complete አድርገዋለሁ ማለት ነው። Another question here. The pilot, yes, the pilot wore a uniform. The pilot wore a uniform to fly the plane that was covered in gold buttons, yeah? The pilot wore a uniform to fly the plane. So it's wrong. Some inappropriate order of words here. So we do not get anything from the sentence, whatever we read 10 times, 20 times, yeah? ምንም ደጋግመን ብናለው ምን እንገናገኘው? ተቀመጠው ጉዳይ ሞዲፋየሩ ምናምን ተዘበራርቆ የተቀመጠው ጉዳይ ነው። senseless አረፍተ ነገር ነው ይሄ። So take care of identifying this please here. ስለዚህ what is the speaker, the subject of the sentence? ማን ነው ሰብጀክቱ? ማን ነው ሞዲፋይ የሚደረገው? ሞዲፋይ የሚያደርገውስ መደው? take care of that. እዛ ጋር ነው ፎከስ አቴንሽናችን ነው። ስለዚህ to fly the plane ብለን ነው የምንመጣው። to fly the plane an infinitive subject an infinitive phrase act as a subject ማለት to fly the plane ማለት ይሄው to fly the plane yes ይሄ የአረፍተ ነገሩ ሰብጀክት ነው። ስለዚህ ምን እንለዋለን? ኢንፊኒቲቭ ፍሬዞች የአረፍተ ነገር ባለቤት መሆኑ ይችላሉ ማለት ነው። the pilot worm look here the pilot worm a uniform look here the pilot worm a uniform that was covered in gold buttons kiss ማለት ነው yes let me repeat here this is capitalized to fly the plane the pilot wore a uniform that was covered in a gold button so this is the right places of modifiers please yeah what is the modifier here what do you think about the modifier that was covered in a gold button is the modifier what kind of modifier relative clause what does it want us to modify the pilot the noun phrase the pilot a noun phrase እሱን ነው እየገለጸ ያለው ስለዚህ misplaced modifier እንለዋለን ይሄን another example please 3 homes were reported burned by the fire apartment in July ምንም meaningless ነው ያ 3 homes በሪሲቨር በአክሽኑ ነው የጀመረው passive voice report ነው ይሄ ደግሞ wrong ነው መግለጽ የሚገባው አልተገለጸም መግለጽ የሚገባው ጉዳይ የለም እዚህ ጋር yes ስለዚህ ምንድነው የምንለው the fire department which is the subject here the fire department reported 3 homes burned in July ደግሞአለሁ the fire department reported 3 homes burned in July sometimes this word may be just rejected and the by phrase is not necessary to do it again because in the first case this was written as passive voice and the second case that is active voice so no need to use the by phrase here and the same is true for here because the statement here is active sentence active passive voice active simple past so no need to use where here because of that reason where and by are not important whenever I write sentence in the correct order so the fire department reported 3 homes burned in July the right way of correcting the sentence here very interesting place another examples of sentence here look here chased by a lion the photographer saw a terrified castle what is the modifier here chased by a lion yes chased by a lion yeah so right look here the photographer saw a terrified castle so this is called the modifier it wants us to modify a terrified castle so let's come the photographer saw a terrified castle chased by a lion so chased by a lion ብዬ ኮምፕሊት ላድርጓቸው ምክንያቱም መገለጽ የሚገባው ነገር አልተገለጸም ስለዚህ በዚህ መልክ እናሳክለዋለን ማለት ነው another question here still the man injured severely who is a journalist actually most misplaced modifier ነው ይሄም በጣም ያስታውቃል the man who is a journalist injured severely right በዛ መልክ እናሳክለዋለን the girl is pretty who has shiny hair the girl is pretty who has shiny hair the girl who has shiny hair is pretty exactly and the other question here the man is a doctor with gray hair yeah the man is a doctor with gray hair what is the modifier here with gray hair yeah the man prepositional phrase ማለት ነው ይሄ the man with gray hair is a doctor ልክ ነው the hotel is a 3-star tower in front of the gas station what is the modified phrase here the hotel and this is in front of the gas station is prepositional phrase but it is placed at the end of the sentence in a wrong place misplaced yeah the hotel in front of the gas station is a 3-star tower እንደገና the hotel in front of the gas station is a 3-star tower ስታሳክሉት እንደዚህ ነው the story is about children who is written by an African poet the story who is written by an African poet is about children these are example questions for the dangling modifier what about question number 23 I think the sentence error is quite different from the previous 3 or 2 types of sentence errors because there is a comma between the two clauses. I don't think this is comma splice or a non-sentence because the sentence begins with gerunds here, and the speakers of the two clauses are quite different. So this kind of sentence error is dangling modifier. Absolutely right. That's dangling modifier. So dangling modifier, even though it is a kind of sentence error, but the way it makes a sentence error completely different from misplaced, run or and comma splice, right? ምንም የሰንተንስ ኤረር አንዱ መንገድ ቢሆንም ከሌሎቹ አሁን ካየናቸው ግን completely ይለያል። One thing please here. Look, we do have two clauses here. ሁለታል driving across George Avenue ይሄ ምን እንለዋለን? principal clause ትሉታላችሁ ወይም main clause ትሉታላችሁ። My old friends were seen implied subject ትሉታላችሁ። implied clause ትሉታላችሁ። ምን ማለት ነው ታዲያ dangling ማለት? እዚህ ጋር ያለው ያረፍተ ነገር ባለቤትና እዚህ ጋር ያለው ያረፍተ ነገር ባለቤት የተለያየ ከሆነ dangling ሆነ ይባላል ማለት ነው። dangling ማለት ነው። Both the speakers are different, so you can say that dangling modifier. All right? So how can you carry this dangling modifier? You want to make the same speaker, the same subject, and the main or the principal with that was the implied subject here. If you do that on that way, you are on the way to correct this dangling modifier, meaningful. Otherwise, no change will be happened. ሊመጣ አይችልም ማለት ነው። So here, so you can get clues here. ፍንጭ ታገኛላችሁ። እዚህ ጋር የሚገባውን ባለቤት ለማግኘት ፍንጭ ለማግኘት ነው አንደኛ እዚህ ጋር ተናጋሪው ማይ የሚል አለ። ማይ ማለት ስለኔ ነው የሚያወራው። እዚህ ጋር ሁለተኛው implied subject ስለኔ ያወራ ማለት እዚህ ጋርም ስለኔ ነው የሚያወራው። ስለዚህ እዚህ ጋር ሊመጣውን የሚችል ሐሳብ በኔ ጉዳይ ነው የሚገልጸው ይሄ ሐሳብ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ስታስተካክሉት ይሄንን ወደ participle clause ትቀይሩታላችሁ። participle ለምሳሌ while driving across George Avenue I saw my old friends. I saw were seen passive voice ነው ወደ active voice ቀየርኩት ምክንያት ስፒከሩ እኔ ነኝ ስለዚህ while driving across George Avenue I saw my old friends. Absolutely right. Meaningful one. George Avenue ያስከረከርኩ እያለሁ የድሮ ጓደኞችን አይቻቸዋለሁ ነው። yes ሁለተኛ መንገድ while I was driving, look here, while I was driving across George Avenue I saw my old friends. This was another way, right? Driving across George Avenue I saw my old friends. Another way, please. So you might use all these options to make correct and meaningful sentence. Great. Let's see another question. Brushing my teeth, the cat sat in front of me. Yeah? Brushing my teeth, the cat sat in front of me. What kind of sentence error? Dangling modifier. Because brushing my teeth, the cat. There is another animal here, and it talks about my teeth. So that's called dangling modifier. So I want to make similar subject here. Depending on the speaker of the first clause, I can change the speaker of the implied subject in similar way, please. ያችሁት ዚጋ የሆነ ፍንጭ አግኝቻለሁ። ስለዚህ implied subjectን በዚህ በተገለጸበት ነው የምገልጸው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ while brushing my teeth I saw the cat sat in front of me. Yes. While brushing my teeth I saw the cat sat in front of me. Yes. While I was brushing my teeth I saw the cat sat in front of me. በዚህ መልክ ላስተካክለው እችላለሁ ማለት ነው። Great. Another question here. Celebrating her birthday, I was invited. Yeah, አሁን የሚያወራው ስለማን ነው? ስለሷ ነው። ስለዚህ ስፒከሯ both the main clause or the principal subject እና implied subject ተመሳሳይ መሆን አለበት። እዚህ ጋር ስለሷ birthday ነው። እሷ እዚህ ጋር ስለኔ መጋበዝ ነው። While celebrating her birthday, she invited. While እሷ ነች look here. While celebrating her birthday, she invited me. The same subject. Celebrate እያደረገች ጋብዛኝ ነበር ነው። እሷ ነች ሁለቱም ስለሷ ነው እያወራ ያለው። While celebrating her birthday, she invited me. Right. በዚህ መልክ አስተካክለዋለሁ please. Phoning to my friend, she called me. Yes, phoning to my friend. እኔ ነኝ አሁን የማወራው. Phoning to my friend, I was called ነው ማለት አያችሁ she called me ጠርታኝ ነበር እየደወልኩ እያለው ጠርታኝ ነበረው phoning to my friend I was called ማለት sometimes parallel ለማምጣት በፓሲቭ ቮይስ ሊገልጽ ይችላል አንዱ dangling modifier ማስተካከያ መንገዳችን ነው phoning to my friend I was called ማለት ለጓደኛ እየደወልኩ እያለው ተጠርቼ ነበር or you can say phoning to my friend I was called by her possible ማሳወቅ ከፈለክ by phrase ትጠቀማለህ my focus here is the speaker of the implied as well as the principal subject is familiar yeah giving a lecture in the classroom 3 students whispered yeah አሁን እዚህ ጋር undefined ነው speaker የለንም he she I የሚል ጉዳይ የለንም you can use he ልንጠቀም እንችላለን she ልትጠቀሙ ይችላልው I ልትጠቀም ይችላል because no specific pronoun or speaker is written here that's the logic behind it look here giving a lecture in the classroom I heard 3 students whispered or I saw 3 students whispered possible no while giving a lecture in the classroom she saw 3 students whispered he saw or he heard 3 students whispered ይቻላል በኔም በሷም በሱም መጠቀም እንችላለን ክፍል ውስጥ እያስተማርኩ ያለው ሶስት ተማሪዎች ዊስፐር ሲያደርጉ ሰምቻቸዋለሁ ወይም አይቻቸዋለሁ አይታቸዋለች ወይም አይቷቸዋል ወይም ሰምቷቸዋል ሰምታቸዋለች you can just use one of these ways of correcting this dangling modifier absolutely right it's clear I think another question here yeah everyone is trying to deny the mistake they did everyone is trying to deny the mistake what kind of mistake does this sentence have here ምን አይነት ስህተት ነው ያለበት ያረፍተ ነገር because it is a very simple sentence single sentence it doesn't have any dependent something ምናምን ነገር የለውም but the problem is here the pronoun referent problem ነው ማለት ያ the pronoun or the antecedent referent pronoun ነው ያለው antecedent ማለት ስፒከሩ ናውኑ ማለት ነው referent ማለት ደግሞ ናውኑን የሚወክለው ማለት ነው ናውኑን የሚወክለው የሁለቱ ስምምነት አለመኖር problem ነው yes everyone ሲል every individual every እያንዳንዱ ለማለት አይደል everyone is trying singular verb now everyone is trying to deny the mistakes so they which is a referent term if the refers back to the speaker referred everyone referring የሚያደርገው so this is antecedent this is a referent they do not have the same place the referent doesn't refer about the speaker everyone so that's the problem is antecedent referent problem እንላለን እንዴት እናስተካክለው everyone is trying to deny the mistakes he or she did ብለን ነው የምናስተካክለው ምክንያቱም everyone ስንል እሷንም እሱንም ሊሆን ስለሚችል he or she did ብለን correct እናደርገዋለን ይሄ ነው ለምሳሌ the guest lecturers were from Japan his specialization is neurology look here እዚህ ጋር የሚያወራው guest lecturers more than 2 lecturers ናቸው ከጃፓን የመጡ ናቸው his specialization ሲል ግን ስላንዱ ሰውዬ lecturer ብቻ specialization ነው ስለዚህ አይሆንም ማለት ነው the guest lecturers were from Japan and their specialization is neurology right their refer የሚያደርገው the guest lecturer ስለሆነ another example please here both the dean and the vice dean both the dean would have two compound subject ናቸው ያሉን use his whole energy and effort for quality education wow this is a speaker and this is a referent impossible to say like this please unfortunately ግን እንጽፋለን ስንጽፍ normal writing ስንጽፍ እንጽፋለን ስህተት ነው ግን ይሄንን ሁለቱን ሊገልጽ የሚችል referent ነው መስለን ዜር ብዬ ነው ማስቀምጠው እዚህ ጋር ስለዚህ both the dean and the vice dean use their whole energy ዜር ማለት እነዚህን ይተካል The apartment reflects the 21st century technology and their materials are too expensive. Yes, right. What is the speaker? The subject is the apartment. So what is the reference here? There. What does there refer here? Is there any more than 2 apartments? No. So it is materials are no. ስለዚህ እቺ ምን ትሆናለች? It is materials are too expensive ብዬ ዲፋይን አደርገዋለሁ። It is materials are የሚሰራበት ቁሳቁሶችን ነው እየገለጸ ያለው ይሄ ሪፈረንት አፓርትመንት የሚለውን ሲንግል አፓርትመንት ብቻ ነው እየገለጸ ያለው so you can just correct on this way please Exactly. Another question here. Another question here. One of the students have left the town since 2016. What kind of sentence here does it have? I don't know. This is not dangling, misplaced. Run on actually. So let's even know. It's a kind of simple sentence actually. So what is the problem is here? Subject-verb agreement problem. Subject-verb agreement problem. አንዱ የሰንተንስ ኢረር ነው። ትልቅ ችግር ነው ይሄ። የአረፍተ ነገሩ ባለቤትና ግሱ ተመሳሳይ ካልሆኑ የተፋለሰ ሐሳብ ይፈጠራል። deadly sure ምንም ጥርጥር የለውም ይሄ። ሶ ምንድነው የምንለው? ሁልጊዜ ዋን ኦፍን ስንጠቀም የምንጠቀምበት ናውን ብዙ ቁጥርን የሚገልጽ መሆን አለበት። ምክንያቱም ካሉኝ ተማሪዎች አንዱ፣ ካሉኝ ጓደኛዎች አንዱ፣ ካሉኝ ዘመዶች አንዱ ብዬ ማወራ ከሆነ from the very many friends that I have, from the very many students that I taught them ብዬ ነው ማወጣው። ስለዚህ አንዱን ነጥዬ ማወራ ከሆነ እዚህ ጋር ያለው verb ይስተካከላል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ one of the students have left town since 2016. Beginning from 2060 until this time he is not in the town, right? ካሉኝ ተማሪዎች አንዱ ተማሪ ከ2016 ጀምሮ ከተማውን ለቋል፣ ከተማውን ለቀቀ፣ የለም እዚህ ማለት ነው። ስላንዱ ተማሪ ብቻ ነው ማወራው። ስላንዱ ተማሪ ማወራ ከሆነ has left እንጥቀማለን። ይሄ ነው subject verb agreement ማለት። ምናልባት አንድ ጊዜ እዚህ ጋር ያለውን አሁን በፕሉራል ተገለጸ ማለት verb plural ይሆናል ማለት አይደለም። take care of the structure of one of መቼ ነው one of የምንጠቀምበት? that is the logic behind it please. Another question here. ሌላውን ጥያቄ እዚህ ጋር ነው። question number 33. Neither the secretary nor the manager leave the office unlocked. Neither the secretary nor the manager, yes, nor the manager leave the office unlocked. Which one do you think is right here? So leave unlocked, which is plural verb ነው። ይሄ ማለት ሁለት ሐሳብ በዚህ ሲገለጽ the verb agrees with the nearer noun, all right? nearer noun ማን ነው? the nearer noun is the manager ማለት ነው። yes, the manager ማለት ነው። ማናጀሩ ሲንጉለር ነው። ስለዚህ ሲንጉለር ከሆነ leaves the office unlocked ብለን ነው የምንመጣው። leaves the office unlocked ብለን ኮምፕሊት እናደርገዋለን ማለት ነው። Unfortunately, there is a problem with my software. Anyway, these are some of the questions. Try to practice and I hope you will improve your writing skill. Thank you for today, please.